Hey there, YouTube. It's Hex again. Hope all is well. Let me just make sure you guys are in focus here. 1 second. You are. Okay. I'm gonna actually get up and close the door real quick. Sorry, guys, because I think that is throwing off. Sorry, guys. 1 second. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. I hope so. Let me see. If not, I'm going to be walking you guys through verbally what I'm doing anyways. Hi guys, it's Hex again. I am here with another video. Today is something very special for you, and it's not something I've done a lot of on my channel. And I'm going to take you guys through a working that I'm going to be doing. So you guys can see at my altar. I have my altar candle lit. It's a purple 7-day candle that's been blessed to empower all of my workings for exactly what I want them to do. I have a charcoal disc here in my sensor ready to go, and there's a couple parts to this working. So I have a client who has some things going on with a quite nasty situation in court, and there's a person who is trying to claim things that aren't theirs and just really drag this person through some loops that don't really need to be there, instead of just letting go and letting this all be what it is. So I'm going to help this person, my client, not only financially, spiritually, and physically separate themselves completely, excuse me guys, from this person, but also I'm going to be kind of forcing the person who is acting a damn fool to be backed into a corner and to force them to submit and to quit attempting all of this nonsense, and that my client comes out on top with these court orders, and that my client gets the money that they're owed, the result that they're looking for, and that everything works out in their favor, and that person, basically their credibility will be shot at this point, is what my goal is, because that's really the only way we're going to be able to win a court case in that manner. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do here. So, first part of this, we're going to make some incense that we're going to burn while we're doing this working. So, what I have here is a little bit of rosemary already in my mortar and pestle, as you guys can see. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm actually going to add a tiny bit more rosemary. Now, rosemary is super protective, super empowering, and very cleansing. And that's essentially what we're going to do. This is kind of almost a hybrid spell per se, and it's in a very hoodoo style that I'm going to do this, because this is the type of magic that I work. Now, I'm adding rosemary, and with this rosemary, I ask that my client be cleansed, be protected, and be separated from, and that my client come out on top. With this rosemary, we bless her in the name of Spirit and all that is holy. We ask for help from our ancestors, guides, and angels. Blessed be. So I like to do this with every ingredient, you guys. So we're going to go ahead and add that. Now I'm going to go in with mugwort. Mugwort is awesome for spiritual sight. I like to add mugwort into this particular blend because the mugwort not only will allow my client to, let's say, see what will be coming for her, but it will also act as a blinding agent so that the other party doesn't see what's coming for them. So we're going to go ahead and pray and bless that into the mix, and we will go from there. I add this mugwort so that there is a cloud of smoke, so that my client has a one-up on the other party, so that they always see what is coming for her, so that the other party does not see us coming for them. In the name of Spirit and all of the angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, we bless this moment. You guys can kind of say what feels better for you. I keep it very simple. For me, it's more internal. You guys have to make sure, though, that you're letting the ingredients know what you want them to do in this situation, because a lot of these ingredients can be used for multiple purposes. And so that's why with each ingredient, I'm telling it what I want it to do, and I'm putting my energy into it. So now we're going to go ahead and add some ground cinnamon. Again, ground cinnamon is very protective. It's not coming out fast enough. Sorry, guys. Okay. Ground cinnamon is very protective. It's very cleansing. It's also a sweetener. So we want to sweeten this situation in the favor of my client, and that's what I'm using it for. It's also great for prosperity. We want my client to come out financially on top, so that's why we are adding this ground cinnamon here. We activate and bless the cinnamon. We ask that my client financially prosper. We ask that my client receive all money that is owed to her. We ask that my client be protected and grounded. We ask that with this cinnamon, as an offering to sweeten the guides, the guardians, the angels, and the ancestors, that they may work on her behalf. In the name of Spirit. We're adding myrrh. Now, myrrh is especially important in this situation because we want to really, really ground this in the real world. We want to see real world results here. We don't want to see, you know, something happen who knows where. We want to see it physically happen in the real world. So we're adding myrrh to make sure we go ahead and ground this situation. We activate and bless this resin myrrh so that we can ground the situation into our reality. That what we ask comes to fruition, that what we desire becomes reality. With this myrrh, we charge it to take charge of this situation so that my client can separate from and gain all that is owed to her, that she may gain all she desires from this situation, and that she comes out on top. We ask that with this myrrh, we ground our requests into reality. Okay. So guys, really simple incense, really basic. Now what we're going to do is kind of mix it together a little bit. I don't want to crush it too much. I like my incense to be kind of chunky when we're burning it on a charcoal disc. That's what we're doing here. And as I'm doing this, I'm envisioning the results that I want to happen. Alright. So now I'm going to go ahead some of this to a full disc. Alright. Oh, that smells so good, you guys. The cinnamon really, really makes that smell wonderful. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and prep some more stuff here, and I will come right back to you, okay? Okay, YouTube, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go prep a couple more things that I realized I had forgotten. So right now, we are burning the incense we just made real quick. If you guys hear me, I'm out of breath. That tends to happen a lot with me when I'm doing workings of this caliber because I'm putting so much energy into it. My heart starts racing, and I'm really feeling the energy move. So bear with me. Okay. Alright. So next step is to prep our candles. Now I'm going very traditional. Oh, okay, well I shouldn't say traditional because this is how my family would have done it, if that makes sense. It's my tradition, so let's just put it that way. What you're gonna need is two little white candles. So I have these little chime candles. You can do coach candles, taper candles, votives, pillars, whatever is easier for you. I want a quick and effective spell, so I'm using smaller candles, hence these guys here. So what we're going to do, we're going to dress these candles now. I'm using a few different oils here. What we're going to do, and this is kind of a two-part spell. One of these candles is for my client, and one of these candles is for the target. And the reason we're doing that is because not only is my client another magic user, but the target is also, I shouldn't say a user of magic or magically inclined, but we really, you know, just to be on the safe side, want to make sure that all defenses are laid and all bases are covered, which is essentially why I'm using a candle on that person as well. I'm using white. I find for this type of working, this is almost a combination between a hex, a blessing, a prosperity, and a cut and clear. So that's why I'm using white, because it's kind of an all-purpose color for this. So, let's start with the client's candle. The client's candle, we're going to use this guy here. Now, before we do anything else, I want to inscribe my client's name into their candle. I'm using a ballpoint pen. You guys can use whatever you like. Sometimes I use my Acme, a needle, whatever you desire, that's up to you. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that, see if you guys can see here. Now, what I did is I make sure to take my client's name from the top down. And the reason we want to do that is we are drawing energy into this candle from above, so going in a downwards motion, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some conjure oils or dressing oils, whatever you want to call them, that's entirely up to you. I have Crown of Success, I have Road Opener, and I have Fiery Wall of Protection. And then I also have Patchouli, which we are going to use in a little bit of a different way. So I'll show you guys that when the time comes. So let's start with Road Opener. Okay. Alright guys, let me turn you a little bit so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Okay, so I put some oil in my hands. Really get in my hands, warm it up, activate it, really get the energy flowing. Oh, it smells wonderful. It's got a very strong citronella scent. I activate this oil to open roads, clear blockages, to anoint this candle, to allow my client all that she desires, to bring forth any and all blocks and remove them, to destroy any pathways that do not lead her to her desired results, to open any and all financial, physical, monetary, and spiritual roads that lead her to her desired results. Blessed be. Okay, so first oil's done. Okay, now we're going to take Fiery Wall of Protection. Super important. In a working like this, especially when somebody else is involved and this person, we know personally that this person that is the target here is very volatile. They they are not pleased with themselves or the situation and what is transpiring, and so they're doing anything they can to just destroy my client in any part of her life that they can. So we want to make sure that we set protection so that as this spell is going in and doing its work, it is also, and it's clearing away any negativity and blockages, that it's also keeping a protective wall up for her so that nothing this person tries to do can get in while those blockages are being cleared. That's super important, and I think it's a step a lot of people miss. Okay. I charge and activate this oil so that the energies of this oil can anoint the candle, and that my client may be protected magically, physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially from any and all negative influence. Any and all negative influence from the target, from the world around her, and from herself. Blessed be. Okay. Super important, you guys, that you also protect the people you're doing workings for from themselves. A lot of what can happen in situations where people are finding shit is just happening and they don't know what the hell is going on and why this keeps happening and why this person keeps one-upping them and what is going on is it's a lot of self-inflicted stuff. And I know that sounds strange, and it's not even intentional. A lot of times you don't realize it's happening, but it does. So that's what we're going to protect against as well. Okay. Next up, Crown of Success. Very, very important oil. Something I always have on hand, especially when I want to make damn sure that my spell is going to be successful and the target that I want is going to be susceptible. Crown of Success. Okay, a few drops of that. Okay. Alright. We charge and activate this oil so that its energy can ensure that my client is successful. That we can ensure that all of her needs are met. We can ensure that she gains all the money that is owed to her, all property that is owed to her. That any result she desires comes to fruition in a timely manner. That the target is not successful. That only her success is what matters here. You guys, I'm really, really massaging these candles. That's super important. You know, this is work. This is workings. These are not drop some oil on, light the candle, call it a day. No, you want to rub those intentions in, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. So I'm making sure that over her name, I'm also really rubbing. And I'm thinking of my client and what her desire is, so that I make sure it's successful. Okay, now that I said what I said, I am going to breathe life into my candle. And this is something that a lot of people do, a lot of people don't do. It's up to you. For this particular working, I definitely am going to do that. And so what that means, I know I'm probably out of frame, you guys. Let me turn you a little bit more. I want you to see what I'm doing. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to breathe life into it. Okay. My client's candle's done. Alright. Next, here I'm going to kind of clean my hands off on my shorts here. The candle. My client's candle is going to be up front. The candle for the target will be at the back of the plate here. And I'll show you guys that in a second. Now, I'm not going to inscribe the target's name on this candle here, because it's not only about the target we know who is involved in this court situation. This is also about, you know, that person's lawyers, that person's friends and family who can also affect any outcomes that happen with this particular situation. So the target can be multiple people, and that's essentially what we're sending out by doing it that way. Okay, we are going to use Domination Oil, or a lot? Okay. It's definitely more fluid than I imagined it to be. Actually smells really good. That's weird. Okay. So, I'm going to really massage this oil on this candle here. Okay. We activate and charge this oil to dominate the target, to destroy the target, to achieve all results that we want, to ensure that this target has nothing but a hard time, to stop this target in their tracks so that they may be bent to my client's will. That nothing the target can or cannot do will come to fruition. She is halted, she is bound. Blessed be. Okay. And now bend over oil. Bend over oil is a type of domination oil, but we want to make sure that in all areas that this person has no choice but to give the result my client wants for whatever reason. And however that has to happen, that's up to the universe, but you know, we want to make sure that they are not successful. With this oil, we charge this candle so that the target bends to our will, that she ceases and desists, she loses interest in this case, that she decides, she realizes she is wrong, and that she apologizes, that she gives my client all that is owed to her and moves on, that she has no choice but to cease and desist, and that my client is in control of the situation. Okay. Alright. That is done. Candles are dressed. They are ready to go. Oils smell wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and add some more incense here. Okay. Alright. Now comes the fun part, you guys. Now we are going to set up our spell. We are going to do a couple things here. One thing I'm going to do is, now that I'm setting up the spell, to start lighting the candles and make sure everything's burning correctly, if I can get it open without spilling it everywhere, because my hands are oily. Is I'm going to use a little bit of Vesta powder. Vesta powder can be found on Merkaba.com. It's a local shop in my area here that Ron and Kathy are the owners. And they make a wonderful powder called Vesta powder. And it's an empowerment powder, and it basically works the same as like a carnation would work. Carnations are going to power up any and all effects that you want. So I'm going to put this on the incense, and you're going to see it almost flare a little bit. Supercharge those incense so that they're really, really opening doors and sweetening the spirits and allowing our working to achieve its maximum effect. Okay, so next, what we're going to do is set the candles. So I'm going to take my lighter, and I want to make sure that these candles don't fall. So I'm going to melt the bottom of the candle. And melt some wax. Keep this plate here. Alright. Here we go. So, selenite, ground selenite. I am using selenite as a protectant for my client, so I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some selenite around. With this selenite, we protect my client so that she may be safe from all harm, all negative influence, all financial despair, all emotional despair, and any and all attacks from the target. and cinnamon. Cinnamon is going to be a prosperity amplifier, if that makes sense, and we're going to use this in a way to ensure that she's protected and that she will gain everything that she needs to gain in this working. There's some stuff that you guys don't know that I'm aware of that I'm putting the intention here for, so that my client can really gain all that is owed to her. With this cinnamon, my client will get what is owed to her. She will get any and all money that was taken from her, all property in her name, and that the target remains bound to this will. Alright, that is done. Now what we want to do is work on the target candle. So I'm actually going to turn this plate here so I can get a little bit more access to it. And what I'll do, guys, is I'll pick up the camera and I will show you guys what I'm looking at here. I'll turn my iPhone light on and we can kind of show you a little bit more in depth what this looks like. This is some black salt that I've made myself. With this black salt, we bind the target. So that the target cannot move against my client. So that the target cannot run from the spell. So that the target is bound to her will. That my client dominates in court. That this black salt banishes this person financially, spiritually, mentally, and physically from the life of my client forevermore. Recipe. Okay. Close this up. Alright, guys. So, this part is done. Let's reload our incense. Okay. Now what we're going to do is light the candles. But when we light the candle, I like to include one final step, and that is to take patchouli oil down the candle of my client. And that helps to ensure that my client stays grounded, that they stay safe, and that it brings further prosperity and success to what my client wants to happen out of this. So, we are gonna, oh, you know what? One more thing I just thought about that I don't have in front of me, and I have it ready to go for this reason. So I'm gonna put you guys on pause. I'm gonna go grab it and I will come back, okay? Hey YouTube, I'm back again. So, what I did, prior to this video, I went and picked some plants. These are from weeds in my backyard, and I'm going to explain this to you as to why I'm using this particular plant here. One of the sprigs of this has a fungus on it, and it looks like it's going to die. So, what we are doing is we're going to lay these here to bring a specific effect into the spell that we want before we light the candle. So, weeds are hard to get rid of, right? Anybody who has a yard that has had weeds knows that they're a pain in the ass. We want to include that deep-rooted energy into this so that this spell is really hard to block, to hide from, to run from, and that ensures its success. Now we're going to take this plant with the fungus near the target candle. We're going to take the healthy ones by my client's candle. And we're going to lay them in just like this. There we go. It's quite a pretty working, really simple and basic. Yeah. that is it. We're gonna top up the incense mixture here. There we go. All right, and we will light these candles. Really simple. Just light the candles and let them do the work. Okay, I'm sure you guys can really see now. Hi guys, it's me. Alright, here we go. So we can see the candles here that are lit. My incense going, altar candle lit. In Hoodoo, it's really traditional that we use on a plate. It just helps contain any mess. You guys normally see on my altar, I have that altar block that I use that kind of does a similar idea for specific workings, but for this, I like to use this plate that I have here. Yeah, so after I get off the video here, I'm going to continue to pray over this for a little longer and really make sure that I feel like the energy is flowing here and that it's doing what it's supposed to do. And then I'm going to report back to my client with some images here of the actual spell, and I'm going to take care of all of that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that it was helpful to some of you. If you guys have any further questions as to substitutions or anything like that, please definitely let me know. I know Hoodoo's not really talked about. It's a lot of really practical stuff, and it's things that you can find a lot in your home. A lot of you have cinnamon, a lot of you have salt, a lot of you have charcoal. And if you practice magic, most of you will have some kind of selenite or quartz. Rosemary is a common herb you can buy at the grocery store. I mean, these are things that you can find in your kitchen, so don't feel like you have to use everything that I use. This is very specific to the situation at hand here. But yeah, so if I can, with the permission of my client, obviously, I have permission to film this video, which is why I didn't use any names. If you guys heard me pause throughout the video when I was saying a prayer, it was because that pause was a person's name, and I want to keep their privacy for them. You know, that's just good ethics, I guess, good morals. But yeah, so if I can, I will report back with the results of this. I have a really good feeling about it, you guys. Just by the way these candles are burning, I feel like they're really gonna take effect here. So yeah, I will talk to you guys in the comments below or on Facebook. Feel free to message me if you guys have any questions. I know that it seemed like a lot. It's not really. It's just a lot of steps to it. And then for the prayers, use what's comfortable for you. I've seen the people that taught me Hoodoo and the things that I've learned used Christian prayers. I kind of use my own, and what I feel inside is what's important. So I think I would say the same to you guys, okay? But until next time, I will talk to all of you soon. Blessed be.